After claiming victory against the Undead Legion and having to take a forfeit win, your Denver Big Nuggets are now 2-0 going into Week 3 in the IDL Pokemon Draft League. This week we are taking on WMAR and the Tennessee Gaming Titans, and their team is the scariest yet. The team consists of Iron Crown, Indeedee, Poltegeist, Paldean Fire Tauros, Rabombi, Flygon, Sceptile, Snorlax, Zebstrika, Whiscash, and Hisuian Quillfish. Their Terra Captains come in the form of Poltegeist, Sceptile, and Zebstrika, where all three can individually cause problems and potentially sweep my team in if I'm not careful. And also looking at the team, Psychic Terrain will be a huge part of my opponent's game plan, and will force me to handle the pace of the game a little bit differently than I did in Week 1. However, with that being said, I do believe I have the 6 in order to keep the win streak going, and those 6 start off with yet again my Choice Scarf Terrakion. Very similar moveset to Week 1, Earthquake, Close Combat, and Stone Edge. However, I opted to go with a bit more coverage and Poison Jab as the force move, just to give me a check to Rabombi and a non-unburdened Sceptile, just to get it out of the way. Same EV spread, max attack, max speed, jolly nature, just to ensure I outspeed the whole team when I need it most. Plus it outspeeds anything that's not scarfed outside of Zebstrika or an unburdened Sceptile. Now next up is Hippowdon holding the leftovers, and this mon is likely going to be my lead again, unless he brings something that would punish that lead. Similar moveset to Week 1 as well, but we opted to drop Whirlwind for Crunch this week. Basically just gives me more coverage for his mons that aren't weak to ground. I did think about a rock move for Rabombi, but I never one-shotted it, so it didn't really seem worth it. Otherwise, similar moves in Earthquake, Slack Off, and Protect. Running a similarly bulky set with max HP, but opted to invest more into special defense just to try and soak up some of his hits from special offensive mons. Running Careful Nature just to make sure we give him that extra boost in special defense, making it a problem for my opponent to try and get rid of. Now, my Terra Captain BISHARP will be making a return this week, and we got Terra Grass on it just to check an Iron Crown. I can slot this thing right in front of it if it decides to Focus Blast me, and I can either set up with Swords Dance or just swing back and hopefully kill it. He's holding Eviolite to give him that general bulk, with Tried and True Sucker Punch and Swords Dance. Up to go for Throat Chop instead of Night Slash, just because it's a bit more consistent damage into his team instead of relying on crits to try and get the percentages we want. Did also have Terra Blast just to give some coverage for Whiscash and anything else that I can hit for grass type effectiveness. Simple EVs here again with max HP, max attack, Adamant Nature, just to make sure I can live more than 2 hits and swing back pretty big. Next, we are bringing off of the bench Galarian Articuno, which will give me some more coverage into my opponent's type chart. It's holding Heavy Duty Boots, and we're running Air Slash and Future Sight to try and pressure my opponent out of some mons, or just to force in his Indeedee or Iron Crown. It's also got U-Turn for momentum and Recover just to help it have some longevity. EVs, we are going to try and throw them off here. We got a Mech Special Attack and a Max HP with a Modest Nature, which gives me some extra damage to hit some of its threats, and potentially switch in and just soak up a hit and swing back and take care of a threat that might be getting out of hand. Keeping up the momentum, we do have Whimsicott back this week, still holding leftovers. Basically the same support set as Week 1 with Encore, Leech Seed, Moonblast, U-Turn. Wanted to go with some disruption with Stun Spore, but I felt that the accuracy was a bit inconsistent, and I like the recovery option a bit more just for my team since there was a lack of recovery. Max HP and pretty evenly split defenses with a Bold Nature just to try and be generally bulky and hard to get rid of. Lastly, we're bringing Tatsugiri off the bench. This is really only here for hazard control, just to deal with the sticky webs that might come, but also to try and get rid of Stealth Rocks. Simple attacking moves, Draco Meteor, Surf for general stab, Rapid Spin for that removal, and Nasty Plot to try and force opponents to address that mon. Max Special Attack, Max Speed, Timid Nature, keeping it simple, just to try and deal some damage. So that is my team going into Week 3 of the IDL Pokemon Draft League. Let me know your thoughts on the team by dropping a like, and also leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy the content and want to stay up to date with the battles and any other content I might post, feel free to subscribe to the channel as well. I have held y'all up long enough, so let's just go ahead and get right into the battle. Alright, so we're here for our Week 3 battle against WMAR. And he just let me know that his Terra type is just a simple Terra Grass Sceptile. I'm gonna send mine in here. I feel like most of this stuff is stuff that I expected here. But we're just gonna pretty much just play it safe here. Just lead off, hip out on, and just kind of go from there. And we're just gonna see how this goes. Alright. As always, good luck to my opponent, and let's get this going. Changed up the battle music here. Try and make me lock in a little bit. Leading off Wish Cash. Alright. So, what does this thing want to do to me? Okay. Uh-oh. I could have sworn I put rocks on this thing. Well, I guess not this week. Okay. So, I think... I think we'll just go for an Earthquake and just see what he wants to do here. We'll just see what he does. Stealth Rock. Okay. So he gets a rocks of his own. Put some early damage in on him, which will be nice. Okay. Oh, that was a crit. Okay. Leftovers. So the damage here is huge, although I feel like he could just kind of soak up a lot of hits here. So just to scout a little bit, we're just gonna go straight out into Whimsicott here, just to kind of force his hand and also get up some Leech Seed, or just U-turn on out and just keep up that momentum here. Ice Beam, that was a good bring on his part. Okay. So we're just gonna hope that I live another one here. I say we... God, this is a hard scenario to be in, right? Because now he just Ice Beams for basically free. But I should always be faster than him, so I think... I say we just go for a U-turn, see what he does. Yeah, he's never staying in against the grass type. Okay, Quillfish. It's not Intimidate, so it's Poison Point. That's good. Okay. So... let's see, let's get our little damage calcs up here. Quillfish against Tatsugiri. I feel like Draco's always the play here. Yeah, we'll just go for it. I don't think he has anything to put in front of it. I do reveal I'm I do reveal I'm heavy duty boots here, which is a little unfortunate. However, yeah, we just drop off a Draco. Always picks up a kill. Unless if I miss. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, that's a big miss. Alright. Dang, the first week I bring this thing off the bench and it wants to just miss a Draco. Okay. I think there's no reason for me not to just click it again. Yeah, he switches out. I feel like he goes into Iron Crown here, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, makes sense. Iron Willie's interesting. Alright. Iron Crown. We're just gonna assume that it specs. Tachyon Cutter is doing a lot to me if it is specs. However, I am swinging back at it for pretty big damage here. I hate that I'm in a spot to where I probably need to sack something, but really all I can do is just go out into Hippowdon and see what he wants to do here. Because there's no point in me staying in, because I never outspeed it, I don't think. Yeah, there's no world where I outspeed it, so yeah, we just go Hippowdon. And Crunch, I don't believe is the play, but we'll see what he does. What do you want to do? Volt Switch. Awesome play on my part. Okay. So he could do a couple things. He could go back out into Wish Cache and just soak up the hit. Or he could go out into Sceptile. I think there's no way he stays in this. But I say we just go for Earthquake and just see what he does. We'll get Chip on and something. If Sceptile comes in, we'll just see what happens. Oh no, the Wish Cache just comes back in. Earthquake. Yeah, that is a pretty bulky Wish Cache here. And we now know he has Ice Beam. So that doesn't give me a whole lot of switches. Let's... Let's see, how much... As much as it sucks, I think I need to sack. I need to sack here. If he goes for Ice Beam and I live, great, but we'll see what he wants to do. He's probably going for Ice Beam here. Spikes. Okay. Okay. So... I feel like he's probably gonna go back to Iron Crown. Surf is doing a decent amount to this thing anyway. But then him getting the hazards up is a little... We'll just go for Rapid Spin. I'm surprised he stayed in. I could have sworn he was about to go switch out. Earth Power. Yep, that thing's dead. Okay. So... now what? I believe... I want to say... Terrakion just kind of comes in and clicks, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because BISHARP should live a hit, actually. If it has Ice Beam. It's doing a lot, but yeah, I'd rather just go out into you. Alright, and then Earth Power is doing a lot, however, I feel like Swords Dance is decently free here. Yeah, we'll predict him to go for an Ice Beam here, and if he switches, then that's better for me. See what we can get going here. because I'm in a spot to where if I don't make this Swords Dance play, I'm kind of cooked. So, okay, yeah, that was a good call. Because, yeah. And that's not doing nearly enough for me to even warrant staying in. What are these kills? Oh my god. Mirror Herb is insane tech. Okay. I might just lose. Okay. So... Oh my goodness. I need a clean switch, that's the thing. And I don't want to keep this thing in, so... Oh goodness. He's definitely going for like close combat or something. There's no doubt in my mind. Yeah, we'll just go into the Paladin. We're not losing this thing that early. He's probably going for a fire now. Okay. So he's at +2. Flare Blitz, I'm pretty sure that's just kill. That's not killing. However, I'm not living. I think my best bet is to just protect and let the sand chip him down a little bit more. And plus he just scouts to see what he wants to do. Which is always just another Flare Blitz. Trailblaze. Okay, buddy. Okay. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I think this might be... It's not wraps. But we're just gonna see. Trailblaze, is that killing? It's +2, yeah. So it's +1 with +2. I feel like Terrakion's... I think it's my saving grace. We can't afford to not go into it. And then we just immediately need to go for Earthquake, because there's nothing I can do against anything that he has. Yeah, we just need to go Earthquake, and if he goes out into Sceptile, we'll figure it out. Oh, he just lets it go down. Okay. Okay, so that's that gone. But now he knows I'm Scarfed, A. And B, he just kind of goes out into Sceptile for free now. Which is a little unfortunate. Or Indeedee, that works too. But yeah, there's really no free switch in here for me, so... As much as I hate to, I think we need to sack Whimsicott. Because I need free switch-ins to everything, and I have more pivot with Articuno, so... Oh, he just doubles. Okay, that's fine. For like Iron... No, that's... Oh, he has Psychic Seed. That makes sense. Yep. So... Sceptile... With Unburden, there's really nothing I can do. And that just kind of shuts off my, because he has Acrobatics now. that's still not doing a whole lot. Okay. Yeah, I think we just need to sack this thing. I'm just gonna Terra. It makes sense. We're just gonna see. Oh, he's getting... Okay, he's just wanting to end the game now. Okay. Good. Yes. Alright. So... Does he kill me with anything at +2? No. Unless if there's some secret tech I don't know about. I think this is just my play here. And then we just go for Air Slash. Crunch. Oh no. I live, which is nice. Oh, that's huge. I don't think I outspeed anything to have that be worse, but... There's that scary thing gone. But now I don't see any reason why he just doesn't go back out into Iron Crown here. It's more or less pretty free. But... it's not over. That not killing was a huge roll for me. But yeah, Iron Crown just comes out. Yeah, he always kills me, so... I mean, we'll go for it. But yeah, Volt Switch. Yeah, that makes sense. It's not over, but it's pretty close to being over in his favor. Which is a little unfortunate. The lucky thing is that I get to react to what he does. Cool fish. Okay. The only thing that sucks is that while I do pressure this thing, there's no shot he's staying in, and he's always going out to Wish Cash, right? So I've pulled up this calc way too many times for my liking, but let me see. You know what? I don't think he's staying in. I'm clicking close combat. Yeah. So he's either going out into Indeedee or he's going out into Whiskash. Okay. So I believe this picks up a KO here. She's right around like 54. Oh, that was... That thing is heavily invested in physical. I have no reason not to just click it again. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Indeedee can just come back out, but we're in an endgame now to where I just kind of click Earthquake with this thing. Like, I pivot back out into Whimsicott. This thing is terrain extender. This terrain should have been gone by now, I feel like. But he either just goes back out into Quillfish. Okay. What can Quillfish do to me? Let me see. I feel like I just close combat again, right? But I'm at -2. Yeah. Close combat's doing a lot, so I say we just go for it. See what he does. He might have liquidation, so at -3 that might kill actually. If it does, that might be game. Yeah, I should have thought about that. Well, this is looking like it might be game over. Because there's really not a whole lot I can do. I mean, Whimsicott. It gets close, but with the terrain still being up, it's not going to be good, so we're just going to click it. If I get a kill, great. Crit, that might have mattered, but now he just kind of goes back out into Indeedee if the Psychic terrain doesn't end. Or no, if it does end, he's going into it. Yeah, so he's going out into Indeedee here. But we're in an endgame to where BISHARP can just kind of do big things. And we are just gonna... I feel like he's gonna bait me. No, yeah, he just lets it get leech seeded. That's fine by me. You know, he might Calm Mind. Tachyon Cutter, that's fine. Just picks up the kill. Yeah, now I just feel like we're in an endgame to where BISHARP wins. Because... Well, I have to go out into it, but we're just gonna... Flip the Calc here. If I Terra Grass right now, Tachyon Cutter is not killing. I need to. I don't outspeed it, but... You know what, we're just gonna click Sucker until he, Or actually, no, we're just gonna go Raw Throat Chop, I think. However, I do need to get Sword Stance up, so I feel like... I've already revealed that it's Sword Stance. Jesus. Yeah, we're just gonna Throat Chop. Because, I mean, Indeedee is potentially 2-hit KOing me, and then I just kind of do the same back. Bolt Switch, that's fine. I very easily could have just... Okay. That's a big kill. I was worried about that. Not killing, so now... I don't believe he ever one-shots me. However, him getting that Volt Switch off was huge, because at the 35, that's actually not specs. That changes some things. But that chip might have mattered, so we're just gonna... Wait, no! This doesn't kill, I don't think. Oh my god, did they win? Oh my god, GG's to WMAR, oh my lord. What a close game here. You can probably tell from just listening to my commentary. A, this match was postponed a little bit due to unforeseen circumstances. But B, this Psychic Terrain team was such a pain to try and mock for. So I am very glad that I made it out of there just by the skin of my teeth. We do move to 3-0. We are undefeated. And coming up here next, we will have another pretty big test to our team. Similar Trick Room team. So just be sure to stay tuned. That will be uploaded here within the next week. And I appreciate y'all watching. Good luck to my opponent for the rest of the season, and I will catch you all for game day next week. Later.